Hey, Jesse Moskal here, coming to you live from copykickstart.com. If you're a copywriter or a business owner and you want to get your emails opened and have, 20, 30, 50, even 70% open rates, this short video is for you. Now, granted, there are many strategies you want to employ, and believe me when I tell you what you're about to see here, what I'm about to explain with the screen you're looking at is a very nuanced method for finding good strategies. Because what I want you to understand is that while you're about to see some of the worst junk mail and worst crappy spam in the world, there's always a nugget of truth to anything that you're going to see in your spam folder. So let me actually back up just a bit. The email you're looking at here is jessemoskal@gmail.com, and I am very careless with this email. Now, what do I mean by that? It's not my primary email address that I use for business or important communications, but it is something that I hand out freely because I know that there's a certain portion of the people that are nefarious. They're going to take my email, they're going to sell it, and they're going to spam it, and they're going to use other accounts to drop crap on it and try to put viruses in my computers and all sorts of junk. But that's not the point of this. The point is, when all this crap starts coming into my spam folder, what I love to do is just come in here and see what these desperate people who are, not looking to earn an honest buck, but would rather try to trick me, have come up with for ideas. So if you bear with me here, if you can see my mouse circling the middle of the screen here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up to the top beat here. Okay, premium beat is the sender. Can you see that? This is very boring. 30% off VX. Okay, I don't even know what that's about. Not my area of expertise. But here's an interesting one. David Lance Bowditch, and this is obviously a spammer to me. Okay, I don't think I pray there's no reason for the Federal Bureau of Investigation to get a hold of me, but you can imagine this would get a certain number of opens based on just out of curiosity. Why did the FBI contact me? And they put the real address on there, which is a very common copywriting tactic. Sometimes you'll see sales letters that start with today's date and time, and then they'll give the address or the city and state where the letter is coming from. If you haven't seen that yet, you probably will now that I've mentioned it. But what it does is it roots what's going to follow in reality. That is to say, I'm certain they didn't make up that the J. Edgar Hoover building, which we all know is the actual Federal Bureau of Investigation's office, and I'm sure this is the real address. So if you think about that, it adds to the believability of what I'm going to go ahead and call an obvious bullshit email. Okay, skip on down. Ben Settle, the Grinch's secret marketing lair. This guy's got some pretty good stuff if you want to just learn a lot about emailing in general. He is PG-13 or maybe even R though. So I'm just warning you there. I do recommend him, but you got to take everything with one eye closed so you don't get offended. Okay, so now look. Here's a time capsule. They figured out how to put this little icon, request pending. And this kind of plays on the idea that you've got friend requests or, maybe a package that's going to be sent to you, but they haven't been able to. And so the number 3 tells you maybe it's their last chance, third strike, that kind of idea. We have been trying to reach you. Please respond! Exclamation points. I hate exclamation points, but that's another lesson for another day. Here's an interesting one. Janis. Now, if I'd written this email, if I was this guy, I would have put, or gal, I would have put a more common name there. But maybe they're playing the odds that I know a Janis because it's an unusual name. So let's say 12% of the population knows a Janis. I bet you every single one of those people would open this email because, and again, it is such an unusual name. And where did you know that person? From old school. Not high school, not middle school, but old school. Now that is, to me, this is probably the most clever one so far. Okay? And clever just means I got you to open it. And again, I do not open these emails, nor do I really recommend you do, because there's a solid chance there's a virus inside, or one of these spywares, or any number of things. They might just be selling something, but for me, it's just not worth opening, even though I do recommend you, if you do, use an Apple because they're a lot less susceptible to viruses than the alternative. Moving right along here, I'll just run through a couple more good ones. Emma Hall, re 3 bedroom, three. That could actually be legit because I was just looking for an apartment recently. Krampus wants to drag your business down to hell. All right. Ooh, this is good. Violetta. I bet you these two are the same person, Violetta and Janis. But anyways, why did you block me, Jesse Moskal? So you obviously know my name based on the email. Hey, why did you block me on WhatsApp? Okay, I am hurt. Now, see, this one's actually a little bit scary because I do have WhatsApp, and it's kind of a two-part thing, right? Violetta, I do know a Violetta, and they're using my name, and they want to know why I blocked them on WhatsApp. Now, I don't think I've ever blocked anybody on WhatsApp, but I do have WhatsApp, and maybe I did it accidentally. So you see how that all these little things could nudge you. I know the name. They're using my name, and I have this app. So I am hurt. We don't like to hurt people. You know, deep down, I do believe we are all good human beings. And despite junk mail that we might send to one another, this is something I don't like to do to people. I don't want to hurt people. You know, I try to do no harm on planet Earth. In fact, I try to go a little further and do good, which is why I'm creating this free video. But that's another story again. So anyways, this one I think is very effective to get clicks. Amazon. Okay, that might be real. I think my Amazons come to the inbox though. So I'm going to guess this is probably a fake. And it might, on the next page, it might say something like, you know, it might have a fake Amazon logo that looks just like the real one, and it'll say, confirm your credit card so we can redeliver or something like that. Goodness, watch out for those. Tunity, I'm going to skip. Sarah. Now, we don't know what this is playing to. We are updating our database. Okay, so they want to please reply with kisses. I'm guessing this is from a female. Nah, it's probably from a fat, bald Middle Eastern guy. It's really sweaty. Anyways, that's just how my mind thinks. Ah, goodness. Oh, this one. I think I'm going to open this one. All right, let's hope it's not a bomb. Look at this one. Here we go. Dear Sir, Madam. Okay, no personalization, which decreases my interest because they obviously don't know me. From the records of outstanding contractors due for payment, blah, 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 from Nigeria. I know about these guys. Your name was discovered as next of kin. Oh, goodness. I'm going to have to cut this video off because, look, $20,500,000 for payment being processed at this moment will be released as soon as you respond to the letter. What do they want? Enough information to order a credit card. My guess... Actually, leaving out of Social Security, my guess is once any moron sends this stuff back, they probably ask for a bank account and probably a Social Security to verify who I am. We all know about this scam. Some of us don't because guess what? It's still working. They're still doing it. They only need one to clean out a bank account. So anyways, I could go on and on and on and on and on, but I hope... this sort of activity, if you do this sort of stuff, and I do recommend not just trash mails, I do recommend you get legitimate great emails from legitimate marketers. If you go to copykickstart.com, you can sign up for my free emails. I do try to share a lot, as I have in this video. But just be a student of the game. I like to say teacher by day, student by night. But truthfully, I just like to be a student all the time. So I hope this is helpful. I hope you don't get any viruses on your computer, and have a great day. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you.